Good morning, it's good to see you. I'm always asked, Wayne, where would you like to retire to? What are the places in Asia that you think are good retirement options? And I know 3 spots for me that are absolutely spot on, and I couldn't possibly spend 2,000 Australian dollars a month. When I'm talking $2,000, I'm making reference to Australian dollars. I'll put the conversion down the bottom for you. I guess we start with the most obvious place, which everyone could probably guess for me. The first retirement option or spot that I could easily stay in is Bali, for a number of reasons. They say Britain has Spain, America has Mexico, and us Aussies have Bali, and they're right. And one of the attractions to Bali is the proximity to home. So if you've got grandkids or kids you want to stay in touch with or see semi-regularly, you just jump on a plane, and you know, for those of us in Perth, it's 3.5 hours. For people around the world, they might think 3.5 hours is a long way, but for us in Australia, it's just a little bit of a jump across the water. Not too bad at all. So that proximity is really inviting and is a reason to choose Bali. I can live in Bali on less than 2,000 Australian dollars a month. I can't possibly spend 2,000 Australian dollars a month, and it doesn't matter what area of Bali I live in. I was living only a few years ago in Ubud on 500 Australian dollars a month. Honestly, if you want to live cheaply in Bali, you can. We all have our own standards. The beauty of having your own standards is you can raise and lower the bar wherever you like. But you know, what would suit me may not suit other people. So, you know, you have to take that in consideration. I'm a very simple man of simple means and simple interests, so I don't require a lot. I'm happy to go down to a local warung. I'm happy to buy my fruit and veg at a local market. I'm happy to buy my clothes if I need any there, should the occasion arise. Although it's a bit difficult to find jeans to my height. The reality is I can live in Bali on 1,000 Australian dollars a month. If I'm staying in Sanur, where I've been recently, it's a little bit more. I probably spend about 1,600 Australian dollars a month, and I'm paying 800 of that in a reasonably nice room. The food, if you want to go out in Sanur, is a little bit more expensive to the nicer restaurants, but you can live anywhere in Bali, whether it's in Ahmed or whether it's Lavina, whether it's Ubud, for really quite comfortable. As a single guy, I can live there really quite comfortably on $1,000, $1,500 a month. Some things to consider. The visa situation in Indonesia or Bali is excellent. It's really a straightforward process as long as you meet the requirements. They've been doing it in Bali for so long now that they've got it down to a fine art as well. So the whole visa process is really quite efficient. And it's even more so now, particularly with your electronic visas. It's just so, it's really something you don't have to think about too much. And that, you know, that's another very good reason to choose Bali. You'll often hear me make reference to the people of places, because I think we all understand the warmth and beauty and much of the joy we get from destinations is essentially coming through the people. And Bali has one of the most gentle, calm, lovely cultures that permeates through everything. And you know, that getting up in the morning with the incense and the chanan saris, and what a wonderful way to start the day, the colourful sarongs, the pace of life. Like, you get away from that main southwest tourist sort of area, and you know, central Ubud's a bit much these days, but you know, much beyond that in Denpasar, it's still very simple. Hi. And the rhythm of life there is really conducive to retirement, I think. I've come down the beach, but I'm wondering if it's too windy. The other thing about Bali is it's a great insertion point or a base in which to explore other parts of Southeast Asia. The airport's right in the middle of it. You know, and in a couple of hours you're on the other side of the island. You're only a quick flight to Singapore, not far from Thailand. It's just, its location is one of the huge attractions. You've probably heard Adam from Sanur Diaries and I talk about this as well. The health system in Bali now is vastly improved. They've just built a brand new hospital in Sanur, for example, and all reports coming out of that place are very positive. Everyone very pleased with the standard of healthcare. Bali ticks all the boxes. It has to start, for me, as number one, or the number one destination that I might retire to. It's time to conduct the banana index. For those who don't know, I have a little silly little game that I play called the banana index, and I buy some bananas in wherever I am, and that gives me a very general, very basic, very loose idea of what everything else costs. I think the best we've had so far was in the last place I was at. Let's see what they're worth here. Hello, madam.
Hi.
How much is your bananas?
50 rupees kilo.
50 a kilo.
Yes.
50 a kilo. Can I have 1 kilo, please?
Just 1 kilo?
Just 1 kilo.
Okay.
I like bananas, but I can't eat 2 kilos.
Ah, it's okay, 1 kilo.
Or can we have, sorry madam, can we have them on the bunch, because when like this,
Okay.
when like that, they spoil quickly,
okay,
yeah?
okay, no problem.
Is this your shop?
Yeah.
Yeah? How long have you had the shop?
Long time. Arambol is first shop.
This is your first job?
No. It's old. Is this shop
Oh, is it?
in
Yeah.
Arambol? It's 37.
Oh, a long time. These ones, I like the
one?
looks. Is possible?
Yeah. Which one? Which one you like? You.
Oh, not
Ready,
soft.
no?
I don't want them soft, madam.
Oh,
they're
what
all
to do?
falling up. I'm sorry.
What to do?
How to? Okay, no, please carry on. It's okay. It's okay. No problem. No problem. What is your name?
Bharata.
Bharata. How long have you
Bharata.
worked here for?
I'm 37. I'm working here.
37 years.
Yeah. I'm long. I'm still. When my mom, my family is here.
You've worked here all your life.
Long
Wow.
time.
And your parents, you have a family now also?
Yes. I'm my husband. I have 2 children.
And your children are working in the shop
Big.
also? Oh, they're big now.
Going school.
Oh, very nice, yeah?
Yeah.
And when your children finish school, what do you hope? Will you stay
Yeah,
working
he's
all?
helping for me.
Oh, yeah?
Now, just now going, he's giving for me lunch.
Uh-huh.
I meet just now here, and now he's going.
What time are you starting work in the morning?
Oh, it's
Early?
too long, very early.
And what time finish?
4:30 going at market in
What?
morning.
And finish what time?
I'm coming in here in shop 9 o'clock.
Wow.
And evening 12 o'clock closing.
Nighttime
Yes.
closing.
Long, good.
Very tired, yeah?
Yeah, very tight.
Wow.
What to do?
What to do, yeah.
80 rupees, okay?
80 rupees is fine.
Yeah, big, 1.5.
80 rupees, 1.5 kilo. 100 is okay. Thank you, eh?
Thank you
No
very
problem.
much.
Have a
You
good day.
from?
Australia?
You first time coming here?
No, not first time.
Long.
But I like you a lot, so I think I come back and buy my bananas from
Yes,
you.
half season, a little.
Oh, yeah?
After is many full.
Oh, really? When
Yeah.
does the season start for the fruit and vegetables?
October,
October. And where is the big market from here?
which in Mapsa,
In Mapsa. So you go to Mapsa every day?
every day.
It's 40 kilometers.
Yes, every day going. Only Tuesday no going. Tuesday is little holiday.
Yeah.
You
wow.
open here shop,
Yeah.
but I don't going in Tuesday.
Sleep in a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Have a
very
good day.
much. Yeah. Nice to meet you again.
Yeah, I'll see you again. I really like you. I'm coming back to buy my bananas here.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Thank you. What more reasons do you need to want to live in Goa? I really want to give Bharata,
Bye.
but I'm really hopeless with names. I really want to give Bharata a plug because I had another chat with her. She's just lovely. This is her fruit and veg shop in where is it? Lakshmi Vegetable and Fruit Shop. If you're in Arambol, get down and get your fruit and veg here. Good lady. Thank you. I just saw 2 really inebriated Russian guys on the beach in a full-on altercation, and there was no fear at all that anyone was going to get hurt there. So the second place I consider a really exceptional choice for me for retirement is Pokhara. I had a small investment in a hotel in Pokhara a number of years ago, and I've spent some time there, and I think personally it's probably the best value destination for a person long-term or in retirement that I know. Most people live around the lakeside area, which has all the mod cons now. It's not quite the quaint little place that it used to be, but it's really, really well serviced. However, if you go back from that lakeside area towards the main town called Mahendrapal, you can get Western standard apartments for very, very reasonable prices. When I was there, which was probably when I was spending a lot of time there, which was probably 10 years ago, I think I was paying 140 Australian dollars a month for a perfectly fine local style apartment that was clean, had Wi-Fi, had hot water. It was actually a bit of a rooftop setup as well, so it was really, really good. The people, as always, the Nepalese, I think most people would agree, are wonderful hosts and are very patient and generous and kind. They contribute a great deal to the reason why I'd moved there. There are a couple of concerns with Nepal in general. They probably don't have the health system that some people might like or need going into older age, But look, if you can't afford health or travel insurance, you shouldn't be travelling. That's an old adage that I think sort of stands to today. You know, like if you haven't got that sort of coverage to get you out, then you probably shouldn't look at something long term. The other thing to consider, of course, as well, is before making these decisions, you go and spend some time in these places to make sure that they fit you. I've told the story in the past about guys that have gone on a holiday once or twice a year for a week or two, loved that holiday vibe, that honeymoon period, and thought, you know, this is the rest of my life here. And then once you get there and you stay there for, you know, a period of time, you peel the onion back a bit, and it's not quite as all it appears. So yeah, always good to take a visit. But Pokhara has so much going for it. Some people have brought up to me the idea about earthquakes. The thing about Pokhara is it sits on bedrock as opposed to Kathmandu, which is on alluvial soil in the valley. So if anything comes through, as did in 2015 when 10,000 people were unfortunately passed, Pokhara wasn't affected that much because it was quite firm on the bedrock, whereas Kathmandu, that liquefaction that occurs sort of really shook the place up a bit. So Pokhara has some sort of safety there as well for sort of natural disasters in that sense. I really like the weather in Pokhara as well. I like seasons. I like the fact it gets a bit cool. Do you remember those two guys I was telling you about that had the altercation? This is them here. And as you can see, there's no harm done to them at all. It was a very, it was more comical than violent. So yeah, I actually like seasons, even though I spend a lot of time in the tropics and in Southeast Asia. It's one thing I do miss about Australia. And Pokhara during, you know, their winter period gets quite cool, and I like that. It gets humid and rainy during the monsoon, but there is a little bit of a fluctuation in temperature, which I like. The other thing about Pokhara as well is that it's come a long way in the last 15 years as far as infrastructure goes. You can get reliable, reasonably fast internet. You can get services out of there. You can fly out of there. The buses are comfortable now. There's no wooden bench, rickety seats that you're sharing with livestock. The main lakeside area, you can get the full gamut of international cuisine. There's Korean, there's Japanese, there's, you know, all sorts. There's no shortage of food choices. Some really good pizza there as well. So Pokhara for me is still... Thank you, here's my coffee. Sorry, what was your name?
Charlie.
Charlie.
Yes, sir.
Charlie's been serving me coffee recently. Thanks, Charlie. My standard cappuccino. I find the cappuccino here just a little bit milky for me. I like my coffee, so I like to have it fully, a nice depth to it, but it's still fine. So, you know, Pokhara really is the value. I have a number of good friends that spend a lot of time in Pokhara. The one issue is the visa thing, of course. You're allowed to spend 5 months a year, and what some people do is they'll 5 months a calendar year, and what some people do is they'll spend the last 5 months of 1 year and the first 5 months of the next year, so they get 10 months, but then you've got a 7-month gap before you can go back again. I notice a lot more people now, as opposed to choosing one retirement destination. Sorry, these guys are about to go at it again. As opposed to choosing one retirement destination, they're getting the best of both places. So, you know, some people I know, they'll spend 6 months in Thailand and 6 months in Bali, or 6 months in Nepal and 6 months in Goa. That's been going on for a long time. Because there is no retirement visa as such that I know of. That may have changed. Here they go again. That's crazy. I won't show too much of that. There's no need to include it. But yeah, look, I'll wrap this up while this is going on. I've got a bit of entertainment. Pokhara certainly is a place to consider. As far as the retirement visa thing goes, I know that you can get around that through various means, and like any places that you go to, the best way to get information is by, you know, talking to the expats, talking to the people that have been there for a while and have worked these things out. I know people in Pokhara or Nepal who are on business visas. There are people who can facilitate these types of things, but the best way to work this out or find this out is just go there and talk to people. I was in the middle of raving about a place that I want to retire to, and Bardi came past on a bike. Thanks for saying hello, Bardi. You're holidaying here?
Yeah, we are.
Where are you from?
We are from Delhi.
Delhi. What do you do in Delhi?
I work for Ritu Kumar. So that's a very famous fashion designer.
Oh, really?
She's the first fashion designer who come, you know, who was who get the I would say the fashion into the international
Really?
level.
That's why you look so good, Bati, huh?
Thank you.
How long have you been doing this fashion?
For almost 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
It's your passion. It's something you really love, yeah? What do you see your future as, Bati? What do you see your retirement or later life looking like for you?
I want to retire in Goa, to be very honest. I love Goa. At least because of the job, I can't come here frequently, but I still make time to come at least twice a year.
Yeah. What is it about Goa? I know why I love Goa, but what do you love about Goa?
Especially this part of Goa, I would say the ashram, the Kerry beach, they're very quiet. It's not like so many tourist people come here. Very quiet. I just love Goa.
Yeah. This time of the year is a good time to come as well,
It is
yeah?
very good, especially the monsoons.
Yeah. Huh.
Less tourists, but at least the place is so nice.
Yeah, it's fresh and it's cool,
Very
and
fresh.
and it feels like you've got it to yourself, doesn't it? Yeah.
Exactly.
And have you travelled elsewhere in other places, or do you have aspirations to go to other places?
I don't know, somehow I'm so connected to Goa. I end up coming to Goa.
Oh.
I mean, every year we come twice because it's my daughter's vacations. So even if I want to travel to Vietnam and I want to travel to Thailand maybe, but believe me, I've never gone to Thailand also.
Well, how many years have you been coming here?
For almost when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can I ask, Buddy, what is it your parents do?
My parents are just, my father is a retired Delhi police officer.
Oh, very nice.
My mother is a homemaker.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And do you live with them in Delhi,
Yes,
or do you
yes, we
share
do.
the house?
We do,
So
yeah.
you have a floor each on the house or something?
I have a first floor, my parents live on the ground floor. Because I'm working, I go to my office, so who will take care of my daughter? So my parents are taking care
Of
of
course.
the daughter.
And they're happy to do that, yeah? They're really
Very happy,
positive.
very happy.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, when we are on the vacation, they'll call us 10 times. Where are you? What are you doing? They're just missing the kids.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got a very bigger family in my car.
Oh, really? Oh, maybe I'll get to talk to them as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, you will.
Buddy, you've been so kind to talk with me. Thank you so much.
It's so nice to meet you.
Very generous. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Two YouTube buddies of mine, Ben Woodward, who gets off the beaten path in Bali, and Adam from Sanua Diaries, who's pretty much the authority on all things Bali. We're in a WhatsApp group and we were talking today about costs and what it costs us. And Adam and I both function each year on 30,000 Australian dollars. I don't know the finer details of Adam's budget, but for me, 30,000 Australian dollars pays for everything, flights, accommodation, living, everything that I need. I think for most single people, that's more than enough. Obviously, staying away from the beer and the nightlife a bit helps. But, you know, as I said before, we all have our own standards, and what fits one doesn't fit another. I have multiple people tell me every day they couldn't possibly live full-time like I do, and that's fine. I don't want them to, and I don't expect them to have my sort of standards. But for most of us, I think that's a pretty reasonable sort of a figure if you're a single person, 30 grand. I'll put Adam and Ben's channels, if you want to know anything about Bali, in a comment below. It's official, the monsoon has arrived, I think. The third place that I could quite easily retire to or spend extended periods of time in is Goa itself here. There's a particular couple of reasons for that decision, and the one that comes to the fore for me is it's my kind of people around these parts, particularly in South Goa. Down in Palolem area, I really like the expats there, well-travelled, creative. The vibe's just so laid back and easygoing. There's no stress. The rhythm of life, the Goans themselves, the great food that Goa offers is so much to like about it, really. And your budget, like you can, like anywhere in these Asian countries, you can, you know, live on whatever you like, really. I know people who live in Goa for, you know, a few $100s a month. While that doesn't suit me, they're perfectly happy with that. But for the average person, you know, 1,500 Australian dollars is more than enough to have a reasonable place, particularly off-season. If you're spending the majority of your time here in Goa in off-season, everything's much cheaper. Okay, there's a lot more places that are closed, but for some of us, we like that. We like the fact that it's not overrun with tourists and a lot of noise and booming music and that kind of vibe. You also find in places in monsoon periods that you kind of got a bit of a hardcore expat crew. They've been around a bit. They're not perturbed or put off by the rain, and it's these types that I'm attracted to, and I sort of, one of the reasons why I come back to Goa. Again, you do have the issue here in India that there is no official retirement visa, and that can be problematic. But again, there are ways to get around that, and as I mentioned in relation to Pokhara, you know, you just come and talk to the expats and they know someone, and, you know, there's an agent who might be able to sort you out with a business visa, and, you know, you might want to start a small side business or something, a side hustle down here while you're here. But, you know, Goa really is a great place. Well, for me anyway, and again, just to reiterate, these are my preferences and my choices. I don't think or expect that everyone else is going to have the same needs or wants that I do. Mine are very, very simple. The truth is, I put, you know, luxury each month at $2,000. I don't ever spend $2,000 a month anywhere, wherever I am. My spend so far in India, total, including Delhi, Agra, Varanasi and here, I think is about $350 a week. And the first 3 weeks I was staying in really quite nice digs, you know, quite nice accommodation. Just in relation to health issues, which is something we all consider as we get older, I've actually had the need to use the services of the public health system here, and I didn't have to pay anything for my tetanus shots or my needles that I cried when I sort of fell off the rocks, and I was seen straight away. That was through the public system. I've heard from many people that the private hospitals are also really quite good, and the cost or fees for treatment there have been, you know, really good value. I know one chap who had a full physical, ECG, bloods, the whole gamut of physicals, and it cost him, I think it was $100 over a couple of days to get his full bill of health back. Yeah, the three places for me are Bali, Pokhara, Goa, and as an outsider, or another place that I really like, that's Lake Toba. But I said I'd mention three, and they're the three. Well, that's just about it for this one. I might get out of the rain. As always, thanks very much for coming along for the ride. I hope you're well and happy in life and doing the things you want to do. We might be on the road the next video.